All right, you guys, I am so stinking excited about tonight. We have one of my friends, Danielle, on tonight. She is one of the most incredible people you will ever meet. If you're on an event, you guys at Green Carpet or anything coming up and you see her, go find her because she's just one of those people that makes you feel so seen and valued. She is just truly incredible. And you guys, she's killing it right now. Okay. She was just announced as one of the top Ruby producers towards the CEO summit. And so I don't know about you guys, but I'm wanting to rack up some of those Ruby bonuses. I'm ready to see my team winning with those Ruby promotions. And who better to learn from than someone who is actively accomplishing that in their business right now? So, Danielle, if you want to come and just start off by telling us a little bit about you, your story, and your journey in the business so far.
Unmute. There we go. Hi, guys. How are you? Mariah, I just love you so much. Thank you for having me on. You guys, you have one of the best leaders. Oh gosh, I hate it when you do that to me. You always make me that I don't like looking at myself. Sorry, I just kicked it back. Um, You guys, you have one of the best leaders. She is leading from the front, like such a boss with enrollments. And then I just saw your post about your event last night. Like, you're amazing. So I just love having you in my inner circle. I really do. And you guys, events, it's where it's at. Like, Mariah and I met at an event, and I feel like we see each other every event and we just get so excited to connect with each other. And then we do stuff like this together too. So it really is incredible. And yeah, I'm going to Green Carpet. If you guys have not gotten your ticket, like, you guys have to be there. It is, I will say, events is where you really catch that vision of what this company and business can do for you. Even if you think like, I've already got the vision, I'm plugged into like the Zooms and stuff. I'm telling you, it is a whole nother level when you are at events. So I've been in this business for 10 years. I will never miss an event. I will do whatever it takes to be there. And I think the only reason I missed one was because I was having a baby. Like, that's literally it. Um, so I just earned Jamaica, and then I was just announced as the top 20 Ruby builders. Like, that was like absolutely incredible. So it's just such an honor to really be where I'm at right now. I will say I could probably sit here for 5 hours and tell you my story in this business, but we don't have that much time. So you guys, I've been in this business for 10 years. In 4 days, it's going to be my 10-year anniversary. And I got started as a special ed and math teacher. I'm so sorry. I'm going to say one thing real quick. I love seeing faces. I don't care what you look like. I don't care what you're eating. I love to see faces. And for me personally, like, it shows me that you're like here and you're present and you're all the things. So I would love to have cameras on so that I can see your beautiful faces. Some people even say, "Oh, I'm driving." I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's fine. Turn your cameras on. I just love cameras on. So really long story short, you guys, I got started as a special ed and math teacher. And I needed extra money to pay for an open bar at our wedding that my husband was very adamant on having. And we didn't have enough money. Like 6 weeks in, I made that $500 a month. And I was like, okay, like, might as well try to make some more. They ended up coming out with a Christmas cash bonus. I got that. And then I was like, okay, like, I'm starting to see like what this business can do for me. And it's actually paying me cash, not like rewards of stuff. And then they came out with a diamond bonus. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I just have to do some steps over and over again. And really, it was like, get me to Ruby, and then build people to Ruby, help people go Ruby. So I went diamond the month before my wedding, and got the bonus, and that was when everything kind of changed for me. The next month, I got pregnant, and that's when the light bulb kind of went off, and I was like, okay, I was going to quit once I paid for that wedding, but I want to stay home with my baby. I want to be done with my tutoring business. I want to be done with teaching. I want to stay home with him. And you guys, he just turned 8, and I have never gone back to teaching since. So I've gone through a lot of, Mariah actually knows like my long story. I've gone through some really hard times in the business. I lost my dad. I had 2 miscarriages. So for me, it's like, I've learned a lot on how to like work through the hard times, even when life is really hard. But I'm telling you, you won't work through the hard times if you don't have the vision of what this company can do for you. So I just want to like say, like, you're on this Zoom right now. So be really proud of yourself and always give yourself grace through everything that you're doing, but make sure that you show up. And I say catching things live is just like, it just changes everything. So yeah, like if you need to watch the recording, but like you guys are on live right now. So just be like so proud of yourself for that. Anyways, really long story short, I stayed home. I ended up promoting. I was 8 months pregnant and I promoted to diamond, took my husband's business diamond, and I went on maternity leave and I never returned. And right after that, I paid off $120,000 in student loans. Like I was literally writing checks for like 10,000, 5,000. I'm like, what is this life? I'm a teacher. Like we live in a bubble of like this much money a month and you don't have extra money. So it was just like so wild to me. And I was like, if you don't learn to step outside that bubble, you're never going to be making $6,000 a month, $10,000 a month. Like it was really crazy to me. So, and again, like I've had really hard times and like lived with my parents to help my dad fight cancer and ended up losing him. And I didn't know how to get back from it. I didn't know how to be positive on Facebook. I didn't know how to work a business when I literally hated life. And I just had so many struggles with that. So I feel like that was something that I really had to overcome. But I will say personal development always has brought me back. Starting to use the products again has always brought me back. So I officially kind of like relaunched everything in right after conference, January, February. And yeah, so that's kind of that. And I'm working on helping as many people as I possibly can reach their goals. And that's just what I love so much about it, is showing other people what they can do with this business.
I love it. Yeah, I know I saw after coming out of conference, you talking and getting loud about relaunching your business, which is something sometimes we don't talk about. It's one thing when you're
Mhm.
doing it the first time, but then you're like, I'm doing this again and I don't know how to navigate the waters. But you came out and you were loud and you've been loud consistently since then. And it's been such a fun process from the outside, just watching your journey over these past, I know, what is it, 8, 9 months now of like really recommitting to your business and then having immense success. I mean, you were just like you said, announced as one of the top 20 Ruby builders company wide, girl. Like that is a huge, huge accomplishment. And we're so excited to celebrate that with you. And then we want to pick your brain and know how it happened because that's like you said. You saw the diamond bonus on the table and you were like, okay, that means I need to go Ruby and I need to teach people to go Ruby. And one
Mhm.
of the best things I love about this business is literally Emerald and Ambassador are the exact same thing. It's just building rubies. So it's you go Ruby yourself. And then the rest of your career here is just learning how to duplicate that and learning how to help people find that success as well. And one thing with relaunching businesses, you guys, we typically when you relaunch it, you learn from some of your past mistakes. So I'm gonna guess, Danielle, that going this time around with relaunching, you had some girls building their own rubies. You weren't out there building rubies just yourself, placing volume, all the things that we've done in the past. So we want to know how over the past 8 months you have authentically built so many and helped coach so many people towards Ruby. What are your systems when you're bringing people in? Like we just want all the details.
Perfect. So yeah, I'm actually glad that you said that, because you guys, again, being in this business for 10 years, when I first got started 10 years ago, I built my entire business to diamond. Like, I think one person was my friend. I built her ruby. Another girl, that was my emerald. I probably built one of those rubies and she maybe helped build the other one. Like, I literally did everything. That being said, I do want you to know you can build yourself to diamond. Okay. Now, here's my thoughts on that. You can build yourself to diamond this month. You can make it happen. You can do everything yourself. Or you can take a little bit of a slower pace and you can find who those key players are and then build a stronger diamond. I am not saying that one way is better than the other. I truly am not. Because honestly, if there's like a bonus on the line, get your butt to diamond, do whatever it takes to get there. Okay. Because you know what? There's some big things coming in the next couple months. So if I can say anything without saying anything, get yourself boxed for diamond as fast as possible. Okay. You can do it, you guys. There's promo codes, so you can do all the things. All right. So get a pen and paper out. As you probably can tell, I talk very fast. So I'm going to just like rattle off some things. And then you guys, I want you to ask questions. That's like the best thing at the end for me is I will just go through, I have Post-it note right here with all my notes. I'm going to say all the things, and then I want you guys to ask questions at the end. So the key for me is my daily task list every single day. No, obviously, like I'm not doing a daily task list that a new distributor would be doing. I have a daily task list, and then I have like the 10x version because I'm a leader. Okay. And I'm not working like a Ruby, I'm working like an ambassador. Okay. So if you want to be a diamond, you got to work like a diamond. You want to be a triple diamond and you want to get that $10,000 a month pay, you've got to work like a triple diamond. So that's what you have to be doing in order to reach those goals. So following up is literally the most important thing that you possibly could do. Now, for anybody that knows me, knows that I have literally the craziest life, 3 kids that run me ragged. So summer is killing me right now. Some people are like, oh, I want summer to last forever. And I'm like, I'm ready for my kids to go to school. I need structure. I need routine. So I have to wake up early in the morning, or I have to stay up late after they go to bed because it's hard for me. The number one thing that I have to make sure I do, and sometimes I don't always do it, and that's okay, but follow up is the most important thing that needs to happen as soon as I wake up in the morning. I don't want to be reaching out to my team. I don't want to be putting up my stories. I don't want to be setting up my posts. I need to be following up with people from my list. So every single day, so I'm going to kind of just share a couple of like my systems. I actually just bought the Plum Planner and I'm starting that in September. So I don't know if you guys have heard of that, but this is the system I've been using, and I'm just going to keep doing the same system, but using the Plum Planner. I get 5 to 10 potentials every single day. I get most of them by messaging. I get a lot of them from my posts, 5 to 10 potentials. I follow up 24 hours. I follow up 48 hours. I follow up 1 week and then a month. Do I always do it the best way? No, I have life happening, a lot of life happening. So I do the best that I can with that. I work from my phone a lot. So what I will do is I screenshot when I'm talking to somebody, or if somebody gets back and says, yeah, send me some information, I screenshot it and then I use the marker and I write PDT over top of it, and then I save it. So at the end of the night, before I go to bed, I pull up all my screenshots and I make sure I write down all those names before I delete the pictures. The thing that is going to take your business to the next level is signing distributors. So you have to be signing distributors. So if you're not signing distributors, you have to figure out why, and you have to perfect how to sign distributors. So for me, sharing the opportunity every single day. Do I message people about the products? No, I message people about the business. If they say no, I turn it into, oh, okay, no worries. Thanks so much for getting back to me. Would you be interested in any of the health products that we have? I can send you some more information about that. Then I turn it into that. Honestly, if they say no, I'm like, okay, perfect. No worries. Would you like to post for me? I'm always constantly, it's like and then it just like goes down. I never miss an opportunity to like get them to do something for me. And honestly, if they do nothing for me, guess what? I'm still been messaging them. It still has Facebook popping up and it's telling them that I'm friends with them. So they're going to start seeing my posts more anyways. They'll come back. So I actually had a rough month, maybe like 2 months ago. My enrollments weren't where I wanted them to be. And I had a coaching call with Amanda Busher. And I was like, I'm like frustrated because I don't know. I know I'm not following up like I need to be, but I'm focusing so much on my team and helping them build and helping them do all their things and coaching them that I'm not like getting my own enrollments. So I had like a big, like, okay, these are the things that I need to shift. So always recognize if something's like not working, you have to recognize that you have to pivot, find the problem, and then figure out what you have to do to pivot. So, and I knew exactly what I had to do. I had to make follow-ups more of a priority. I had to do the 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Thumbs up if you know what that is. Thumbs down if you don't. Okay, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. 1/3 is spent on personal development. 1/3 is spent on your own business. 1/3 is spent on your team. Now, write that down. And then I want you to circle the part that says 1/3 for your team. And I want you to draw an arrow down. And here's what you're going to do with that part. Your team, you're going to do 1/3, 1/3, one third. One third of that is your key players. Okay. The people that are in key spots. Okay. Leaders. One third of that is your emerging people, people that are rising, people that are coming up. And then one third are your new distributors. Does that make sense? So you've got to have that be a little bit better organized so that you are getting those enrollments. So I will say with the whole, like, I had a struggle of a month with my enrollments, my team was winning, my team was promoting, my team was doing amazing. So was it a bad thing that I didn't have the enrollments coming in? Honestly, it irritated the crap out of me because I like to lead from the front. And once you're leading from the front, you get to challenge people, and the people who are dominating and enrolling customers and distributors, you get to help them and you get to reward them and you get to gift them distributors or customers or however you do it on your team. But for me, that's what I like to do. I like to lead from the front and be able to do stuff like that. So it was kind of like a punch in the gut when I was like, what am I doing wrong? And honestly, I claimed it. I said, I'm going to enroll. My enrollments were so bad, I won't even say them out loud. I claimed 30 enrollments, one enrollment a day. And I think so it's the 22nd, and I think I'm at like 15 enrollments for the month. That is okay. Like, I'm okay with that. But you know what? At the end of the month, I'm going to get 30. Like, that is like my goal. So I'm like, I know I have to go until I get, write that down, go until you get. So I'm going to have to send out more messages. I'm going to have to be more intentional with my time so that I can get those 30 enrollments by the end of the month. Okay. Something that I do with my team, which I see a couple of my team members on, and they're going to probably nod their head the second I say it: launch chats. This has been something, let's see, they're shaking their heads. This has been something that's been such a game changer. What I do is anybody that signs a distributor, we then start a launch chat. So say Teresa signs a distributor, Teresa gets that new distributor in a launch chat with me and her. And then if she places that distributor under another leader on her team, she gets that person in there as well. You guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I've never done this in my business before because I always thought I was stepping on toes. I never wanted to coach somebody else's people because I didn't want to step on their toes. So now I'm like, oh my God, I wish somebody would have just slapped me across the face and said, you're here to help. We are all here helping each other. You're not stepping on toes. And if somebody does say I'm stepping on their toes, then do I really want to work with them as a leader? Okay, fine, you go do your own thing. So launch chats have been so huge. And then we have a 10-step training. And basically, I sent you the daily task list that I use. So basically the 10-step training is teaching them about that daily task list. And then from there, another huge part is they're sending us screenshots of their conversation. So every time, I don't want them having conversations without me in them because I want to coach them. I want to train them. I want to show them how to use boards. I want to show them where that conversation is in boards. So that, and then the other thing, Mariah, I sent you was the spreadsheet. That is probably the most imperative thing for me because when I really was like February, March, I was signing like 15, 20, 25 distributors. And I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot train all these people. Like I just took on too much. So I had to which is such a good problem to have. Like, right, I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, but I needed to make sure I was coaching and training everyone to the best that I possibly could. So just so you guys every month, I start a new one every single month. And I will go through, and it's basically a spreadsheet that says launching new distributors. And it just kind of goes through like, welcomed them into the page. They sent me a selfie. When is their date up? And then I go through the steps of our 10-step training. And then did I send them the task list? Did I do this is another one. FaceTime, like one-on-one, get them on a video chat within the first 7 days. I was actually on a leadership call with Sherry Lynn, and she said that was absolutely imperative. If they live near you, go meet them within the first week of them starting. If they don't live near you, get them on a video chat within the first week. That, I think she said like it was like 80%. Like if you do it, 80%, if you don't, 20%, like they won't do anything, which is so crazy. I'm like, why? Just because but it's that personal connection, and it's talking about the goals openly and having a conversation with them. So that's been a game changer too. And then the last thing, I do coaching calls every month. So the first couple of days, I basically open it up to my team, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I probably get, I think 20% is probably on the high end. So I'm going to say 15% of my entire team signs up for coaching calls. It blows my mind. Like, it's like I'm setting up a coaching call to do a one-on-one with you, to chart with you, to talk with you about your goals. And once they do a coaching call with me, I'm holding them accountable every single week. They get a weekly check-in with me. But it's also like, you've got to show up for the team Zooms. I am not going to invest my time into you if you're not even showing up on a team Zoom. And those are like non-negotiables for me. So it still blows my mind. But for like the new people getting started and stuff like that, I feel like it is so huge for you to make sure like you get through the training. You are showing up on the trainings, the team Zoom or the new distributor trainings or stuff like that. But the most important thing I tell people is you just have to show up. Bless you. You just have to show up, and I'm literally going to hold your hand every step of the way and show you what to do. Okay. The last thing I was going to say, why did I write this? It says crazy busy my day. That's the word I wrote. And I was like, why did I write that? But it's the hourly planner that I sent you. So where is it? Oh, come on. It was right here. I don't have it. I just moved my office into this bedroom. Anyways, it's an hourly planner. So basically, like tonight before I go to bed, I will write out like wake up, get the kids on the bus, do this, send Izzy to daycare. I literally write everything down every hour so that I know like, okay, well and I still tutor and stuff like that. So I have to like organize my day. So if you are somebody that has a full-time job or little ones or what, anything, and you're like, it's mayhem, you need the hourly planner. I am telling you, you do it before you go to bed, and then you know when you're going to work your business, and you know when you're doing if you have that organization of having a daily task list, you know exactly when you're going to fit that into your day.
I love that. I actually just got an hourly planner earlier this month myself. And so I do it in the mornings, and then at night I kind of use it as like a reflection to look back on my day and see what I got done. Guys, it really is a game changer to be able to schedule out your day. And for our team, we really started shifting into trying to do potential distributor phone calls. And so if you're scheduling that through the day, you've got to know what your day looks like, or you're not able to
Yeah.
effectively plan things in. And it goes the same like with our working sets. The way we work is through 3 sets of like working, shifts. And so with that, you've got to know when you have the time to get the things done, because if you don't know when the time is, before you know, it'll be the end of the day. You'll be like, crap, I actually didn't get anything done today. So that was all. There it is. That was all so good. If you guys have any questions for Danielle, put them in the chat really quick before we wrap up. I know that was just so good. I have one question I thought about through this is how are you goal setting with your new distributors? Are you bringing them in and being like, okay, let's hit a 4-in-1, or are we focused on the PM bonus? Are we focused on like, I want you to go Ruby in 30 days? Is it case by case? Like, how do you kind of evaluate that and set that for your team?
So every time I have to put these up again, I just moved my office up here. So I have a welcome to the team picture that I make for everybody, and I hang these up in my office. So it's just like a welcome, and then it at the bottom of it, it says why they joined the business. I will never push somebody. It's like pushing somebody to go diamond when they only want $200 a month. I'm not going to push them to go diamond. I need to know what their goals are. Not only why are you in this business, but what are your goals? Do you want that $500 a month, or do you want 2,000? So I feel like that conversation, and that's why the face-to-face video chat too, I think that's so huge, is that if she wants $500 a month, you're going Ruby. You can decide if you want to go Ruby this month, next month after, but here's what you have to do to get to Ruby. So first goal, 4 customers, 1 distributor. Do your 4-in-1. And Mariah, actually, did you see in the Road to VIP page, Josh Parker did a walkthrough of how to go Ruby? So that was really cool. I just actually shared it with my team tonight. I hadn't seen that, but that was nice to really like just another perspective of like how to go Ruby. So yeah, so that's kind of what I do. And then I basically teach, like, you've got to have one distributor under you, and then you're going to teach them to do the 4-in-1, and then another distributor, and you're going to teach them to do the 4-in-1, and so on. So I say focus on the 4-in-1, focus on Ruby, making sure you understand like what to do and how to get there, but also like trusting in the process. Like, you've got to be staying plugged in and doing your daily task list every single day. I've been in this business for 10 years. If I can tell anybody anything, stay consistent with your business, do the daily task list, trust in the process, because it will come through. But like, if you're just posting on Facebook, I'm sorry, but you're not going to be Ruby this month if you're just posting on Facebook. You have to do all the things. You have to message, you have to do your stories, you have to do the post, because somebody that you message is going to say no, but they're going to see your story and then they're going to be like, oh, dang, she just paid off that. And, or she just bought her kid soccer cleats with the bonus that she just bought. You know, you've got to really, when I say like jumped in with 2 feet, stop dipping your toe in the water. Like, you've got to jump in 2 feet. And honestly, you got to act like there's no plan B. This is your plan A, and you're going to make it work. And honestly, when people have a plan B, they're like, it's getting too hard. This isn't for me. And they take a step back. I am not where I'm at because I've always had a plan B. You know what I mean? Like, my plan B is going back to teaching. Sorry, that plan B does not work for me, especially while my kids are still babies. You could cut my leg off before I would literally go back to school and leave my kids. So for me, this is it. So, and when you make it a commitment and you know that it actually can work for you, you're going to make it work. When people don't answer your messages, oh, they ghosted me. Good. You're going to have the attitude where you're going to go find other people. You're going to grow your network. You're going to do more host to posts. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. You're going to make it work. So that's why I just think it's so important to have your why in front of you at all times too.
Oh my goodness, that was so good. We had a couple of questions, so I'm gonna give me like a 30-second
Sure.
answer. Um,
Yep.
so I feel like I'm doing all the things and I'm not seeing growth. What's something I could do to help pivot?
Okay. So Mariah, message me right now and send me that question, because I have, when somebody tells me I'm working, but it's not working, I have all the things that I send them. And there's probably about like 8 questions. The first couple of things that I would say is, how many messages are you sending a day? How many host to posts are you getting up? How many how many potentials are you writing down in your notebook every day? If you're like, oh, I'm sending 20 messages, oh, I'm getting 1 host to post up, you got to do more. You have to do more. So that's literally like, I feel like most people will be like, oh, I have like 2 potentials from today. I'm like, then you need to go send more messages. You need 5 to 10.
I love it. And I know you're finding the distributors, so you're getting in the conversations. How are you finding potential distributors to start that conversation with?
I would say right now, where I'm at in my business, it's always changes and everyone is very different. Honestly, a bunch of top leaders that I talk to, they will say host to post. Other top leaders are like, oh, it's the reels. For me, every single day, I send 30 messages on Facebook, 30 messages on Instagram. Here are my statistics here. 20% of those people will respond to me. I follow up with them the following day, and I gotta hop on my next Zoom. I follow up with them the next day and I say, hey girl, I know you're super busy, but did you get my message? 85% of people get back to me after that message. Okay. That is probably the number one. So Mariah, if you want me to send you that message, I can send that to you. But and honestly, I've had people say, I can't believe you cold message like this. Block. I don't care. I don't need you in my life. Goodbye. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want you on my team either. I won't send you information on the business now.
Perfect. I
So
love it. Thank you so much for your time. I know you've got somewhere else to hop over to, but we appreciate all the tips. We are so thankful for you. And you guys, I'm going to pray us out real quick. So, dear Lord Jesus, thank you so much for this space to come and grow in our knowledge of business and our knowledge of ourselves, and hopefully more so in our knowledge of you as well. We are so thankful for this space, for the leaders you're bringing into our path to help cultivate and direct our steps as we're going. We're so thankful for the mountains you're moving ahead of us and how you're you're just going to immensely bless the work of our hands. And I pray that we're people that go out and we put our hands on as much as we possibly can. So when the blessings come, we're overwhelmed with the harvest. And we are just so thankful for all you're doing here. In Jesus' name, amen. I love you guys and see you back on next week.
Hey, bye.